Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at the Pythagorean theorem again, but this time application. So your favorite story problems. So let's take a look and make sure that you have those guided notes that you were given. They already have the problems written there, and all you need to do is make sure that you follow along, take notes, draw pictures, write the problem out, example, whatever you want to do here. But make sure that those get in your notes and you have good pictures and clarification. Our first one is about baseball, understanding how baseball works and understanding the dimensions and how far something is from one base to another. Well, yep, there's a story problem about that. Situation number one. Let's pretend we're on a baseball diamond and we know that the bases are 90 feet apart. They are. It's a baseball diamond. How far is the throw from third base to first base? And a person might want to know this in order to figure out their velocity. If they can do a time, they can figure out how the speed of which they threw the ball. So if we have this beautiful baseball diamond here, you should know that a baseball diamond is really just a square, and it turned. And it has these bases of first base and third base here, if we're looking at it from the top view. And we want to know how far it is from first to third. By drawing in that throw, I've made that square into two right triangles here. The 90-degree corner is here, and if we draw in the numbers that were given here, we write them in, the bases are 90 feet apart. 90 feet, 90 feet. Now if we go ahead and we calculate how far the throw is from third base to first base, that would mean we'd want to put an X right here, and we'd set up that Pythagorean theorem. So in our calculator, we would go 90 squared plus 90 squared equals x squared according to the Pythagorean theorem. X is the hypotenuse. And we go to our calculator, and yes, we expect giant numbers. So 90 squared is 8,100, and then I'd have another 8,100. And if I add those together, 16,200 equals x squared. And now when we go to the part where we're going to simplify the square root, because this is a story problem situation, and we're asking for a real life solution here, we would like to have this as a decimal value, and that'd be fine. You don't need to simplify your square root here. So my answer with a decimal approximation here is that x is approximately, I'm going to change my equal sign to approximately, 127.3 feet. So that means from first base to third base is approximately 127.3 feet. If you had to calculate from second to home, please know that you would not need to do this problem again because that would be the exact same thing, okay? So let's go situation two. Let's say we're locked out of our house and the only window open is on the second floor, 25 feet above the ground. Oh no, you need to borrow a ladder from one of your neighbors, but there's a bush along the edge of your house, so we have to place the ladder 10 feet from the base of the house. What length ladder will we need to reach the window? What if the neighbor has a 30-foot ladder? Will that work? Well, let's see. Oh, look at that cute little animation. Nice. Okay, so we need to figure out what this triangle would look like. So let's draw in our ladder. You know ladder safety. You got to lean this a little bit here. Drawing in my ladder. And I know that I need to reach 25 feet above the ground to this window right here so I can get in. So this side of my triangle here is 25 feet. I'm going to have to place the ladder 10 feet away from the base of the house because there's all this shrubbery here. Okay, so 10 feet away goes on the bottom of my triangle, and we need to figure out what length ladder do I need. I'm going to put an X right there. So let's use the Pythagorean theorem to calculate this. We have 10 squared plus 25 squared equals x squared, because x is, again, the hypotenuse. 125 squared is 625. X squared, this is 725 equals x squared. And now we go ahead and square root, and I said you can certainly have a decimal here. Square root of 725 is 26.9 feet. So will our neighbor's 30-foot ladder work? The answer is yes. We'd have to have a ladder that was 26.9 feet long. A 24-foot ladder would not work. A 10-foot ladder would not work. We need to have that 30-foot ladder or something above that 26.9 mark. Okay? Let's do the third example. This one comes from a personal experience you could ask me about later. If you have some extra money to spend and we're going to buy a new television, and let's say you have one of those entertainment stands that has a pre-cut opening. Personal story. Okay? Entertainment center opening. Let's say this is your stand. Oop, that's where your TV goes. Over here are some shelves, maybe a little, door action down there, and you got some doors that open up. You can store your DVDs and stuff. And we have an 18 by 20-inch spot for the TV. So let's say 18, 20. What is the maximum size television that would fit in our stand? So if you know about television sizing, you know that they size it based on the diagonal of the screen. That's what a 60-inch television is. It's diagonal, corner to corner, 60-inch screen. So with that in mind, let's think about this. What is this allowance on my beautiful little stand here that I sketched out for you? Let's figure that out. So Pythagorean theorem, 18 squared plus 20 squared equals x squared. And we go ahead and go into our calculator and figure out those numbers. 324 plus 400 equals x squared. So we'd have 724 equals x squared. Square root, 724. And we get, again, x equals 26.9 inches. So I ask you, people, if you go and purchase a 27-inch television, is that going to fit in this opening? The answer is no. Personal story. Okay? Thank you for taking good notes today and working those out in your notebook and making sure that they're there available for us as we continue on learning about the Pythagorean theorem. Thank you.